The wealthiest people you know don't look wealthy. They drive ordinary cars, wear unremarkable clothes, and live in houses that don't scream money. And that's not an accident. It's a strategy. Research from the book The Millionaire Next Door found that 86% of luxury cars are bought by people who are not millionaires. Meanwhile, the actual millionaires are quietly making 8 specific money moves that keep them rich, while everyone else goes broke trying to look rich. Today, you're learning all 8 of these silent wealth strategies. And I promise, number 6 is the one most people never even consider. Move number 1. Asset protection. Wealthy people don't just accumulate money. They build legal walls around it. The average person puts everything in their personal name. Their house, their car, their business, their investments. One lawsuit, one accident, one medical disaster, and everything is exposed. The wealthy separate assets into legal entities. LLCs for real estate, trusts for investments, umbrella insurance policies for liability. A single LLC costs between $50 and $500 to set up, depending on your state. An umbrella insurance policy costs about $200 to $400 per year for $1 million in coverage. These are not expensive moves, but they create a separation between you and your assets that makes you a much harder target. Think of it this way. If someone sues a person with everything in their name, they can go after everything. If someone sues a person whose assets are held in separate entities, they can only go after what's in that one entity. The wealthy learned this lesson long ago. You should too. Move number 2. Tax optimization, not tax evasion. There's a massive difference between paying as little tax as legally possible and breaking the law. The wealthy understand this distinction perfectly. The U.S. tax code is over 73,000 pages long. It's not that long because the government wants to take your money. It's that long because it's filled with incentives, deductions, and credits designed to encourage specific behaviors. The wealthy take advantage of every single one. They max out retirement accounts. A 401k lets you defer taxes on $23,000 per year. If you're over 50, that's $30,500. They use health savings accounts, which are triple tax advantaged. Tax-deductible going in, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses. They harvest tax losses in their investment portfolios, offsetting gains with losses to reduce their tax bill. They donate appreciated assets to charity instead of cash, avoiding capital gains taxes entirely while still getting the full deduction. None of this is illegal. All of it is available to you. But most people never bother learning these strategies because they think the tax code only benefits the ultra-rich. Move number 3. Building passive income before they need it. The wealthy don't wait until retirement to build income streams that work without them. They start decades early. Dividend-paying stocks are one of the most accessible passive income vehicles. A diversified portfolio of dividend aristocrats, companies that have increased their dividend for 25 or more consecutive years, currently yields between 2 and 4%. On a $500,000 portfolio, that's $10,000 to $20,000 per year you didn't have to work for. Real estate is another pillar. A single rental property generating $300 per month in net cash flow might not sound life-changing. But 5 properties at $300 each is $18,000 per year. 10 properties is $36,000. The math compounds quietly. Digital assets like online courses, books, and licensing agreements generate income while you sleep. The key insight is that passive income doesn't feel urgent when you have a paycheck. But the people who build it early are the ones who have options later. And options are the real definition of wealth. Move number 4. Living below their means, permanently. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being strategic. When most people get a raise, they upgrade their lifestyle to match. New car, bigger apartment, nicer restaurants. Economists call this lifestyle inflation, and it's the single biggest reason why high earners still live paycheck to paycheck. 25% of households earning over $150,000 per year report living paycheck to paycheck. That's staggering. The wealthy play a different game. When their income increases, they increase their savings rate, not their spending. If you earn $10,000 a month and live on $6,000, you're saving 40%. If you get a raise to $12,000 and still live on $6,000, you're now saving 50%. Your quality of life didn't decrease. Your wealth building accelerated dramatically. Warren Buffett still lives in the house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. His net worth is over $100 billion. That's not frugality for its own sake. That's understanding that money spent on appearances is money that can never work for you. Move number 5. Investing in education and skills relentlessly. The wealthy never stop learning, but they're strategic about what they learn. They don't just read business books for entertainment. They invest in skills that directly increase their earning power or investment acumen. A certified financial planner designation costs about $4,000 to $7,000, but can save you hundreds of thousands in investment fees over a lifetime by managing your own portfolio. A real estate investing course might cost $1,000 to $2,000, but teach you to evaluate deals that generate $50,000 or more in annual cash flow. Even free resources like SEC filings, annual reports, and earnings calls give the wealthy an information edge. They spend 5 to 10 hours per week studying the companies they invest in. The average investor spends 5 to 10 minutes. This education gap is one of the biggest silent advantages the wealthy have. They don't just have more money. They have more knowledge about what to do with it. And knowledge compounds even faster than money does. Move number 6. Creating multiple income streams. Here's the stat that changes everything. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Not 1, not 2, 7. And this isn't about working 7 jobs. It's about building systems that generate money from different sources. A typical wealthy person might have a primary salary, rental income from 2 or 3 properties, dividend income from their investment portfolio, interest income from bonds or high-yield accounts, a side business or consulting practice, royalties from intellectual property, and capital gains from strategic asset sales. Each stream might not be enormous on its own, but together they create financial resilience. If one stream dries up, 6 others still flow. This is the opposite of how most people think about income. Most people have one stream, their job, and they depend on it entirely. That's not financial stability. That's financial fragility. Building your second and third income stream is the single most important financial project you can undertake this year. Start with the easiest one for your situation. Dividends if you have savings. Rental income if you have equity. Freelancing if you have a marketable skill. Move number 7. Estate planning while they're young. Most people think estate planning is something you do when you're old. The wealthy know it's something you do when you have anything worth protecting. And that threshold is much lower than you think. A basic will cost $200 to $500 with an attorney. Without one, your state decides who gets your assets, and the process can take months or years in probate court, costing your heirs tens of thousands in legal fees. A revocable living trust costs $1,000 to $3,000, but allows your assets to transfer immediately to your heirs without probate. No court involvement. No public record. No delays. Life insurance is another silent wealth move. A healthy 30-year-old can get $1 million term life policy for about $30 to $50 per month. That's $360 to $600 per year to guarantee your family's financial security. The wealthy also use beneficiary designations on every account. Retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, bank accounts, all of them. This ensures money transfers instantly upon death without going through probate. These aren't complicated moves. They're just moves most people put off until it's too late. Move number 8. Practicing delayed gratification as a lifestyle. Stanford's famous marshmallow experiment found that children who could delay gratification for 15 minutes went on to have higher SAT scores, better health outcomes, and significantly more wealth as adults. The wealthy have turned delayed gratification into a daily practice. They don't buy the new car when they can afford the payment. They wait until they can buy it with cash from investment returns. They don't upgrade their phone every year. They use it until it genuinely stops working. They don't eat out 5 nights a week because they can. They cook at home and invest the difference. A family that spends $500 less per month on discretionary spending and invests it instead at an average 8% return will have over $745,000 in 20 years. That's not deprivation. That's choosing future wealth over present consumption. And it's the fundamental mindset shift that separates people who earn a lot from people who actually keep and grow their money. Let's bring it all together. These 8 moves work because they compound on each other. Asset protection keeps your wealth safe. Tax optimization lets you keep more of it. Passive income makes your money work for you. Living below your means gives you capital to deploy. Education sharpens your decision-making. Multiple income streams create resilience. Estate planning protects your legacy. And delayed gratification fuels the entire engine. None of these moves are flashy. None of them will impress your neighbors. And that's exactly the point. Real wealth is silent. It doesn't need to perform. It doesn't need validation. It just grows quietly, consistently, relentlessly. If this video changed how you think about money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The Wealth Code is where we break down the financial strategies that actually work, not the ones that just sound good on social media. Share this with someone who's ready to start building wealth the smart way. Drop a comment telling me which of these 8 moves you're implementing first. And I'll see you in the next one.